Hello and welcome back in our sixth video in the Automation Kings series. We did the V16 King, the V12 King, the V10 King, and of course the V8 King and the V6 King. And now we will be making, of course, the Inline 6 King. Hopefully my calculations are correct, but this is actually our sixth video. Yeah. So as you can see, it's very much the same as I did in my previous videos. Everything was pushed to the max to get the maximum amount of horsepower and torque. Of course, while keeping the engine running healthy, without any kind of knocking, without any kind of stress on the internals. And as I mentioned in my previous videos, I'm not making an economical engine or an efficient engine in any possible way. I just want to see how high the numbers can go. So please, before we start with making this, before we start with all of the specs, I would love to remind you, please, if you enjoyed the video, please remember to hit that like button. Don't forget that. Get subscribed if you are new to the channel. Watch all my previous videos, because I made truly amazing videos. And of course, watch my previous Automation Kings videos, as I mentioned, the V12, V16, and all of them. Yes, and of course, if you want to share the video, you can share it anytime you want. So now we can start telling all of these specs to make this amazing engine. As you can see, it's very obvious: an inline 6 engine, magnesium block, maxed out bore and stroke, 120 millimeters on the bore and stroke, with dual overhead camshaft with 5 valves per cylinder, and of course aluminum silicon cylinder head. Moving on, we have a billet steel, as you can see, crankshaft, lightweight titanium or titanium connecting rods, and forged pistons. Forged pistons, well, because the lightweight forged pistons, they cannot survive the immense amount of torque produced by the turbo, because when you are running a boost into an engine, you will tend to make more torque, and you will tend to put more stress on the pistons and the connecting rods and the crankshaft. So yeah, forged pistons are more durable than the lightweight forged pistons. Although these can rev more, I know that these can rev more, but these can survive all of the torque. And I promise you, in this engine, I came so close to destroy it. I mean, the torque of this engine is so high that I have reached the limit, the absolutely true limit of these internals, as I will show you at the end. Plus 15 quality on the internals, and plus 15 quality, of course, on everything. 10.1 to 1 is the compression ratio, 75 on the cam profile, variable valve timing on all cams with plus 15 quality. Single turbocharger with ball bearing internals for the turbo. We have 2,986 horsepower supporting intercooler with a custom single turbocharger. As you can see, we have 101 millimeters on the compressor, 81.5 millimeter on the turbine, maxed out air ratio of 1.40, and the boost is 36.3 psi of boost. And well, as our sharp viewers will already know, the reason why I didn't go fully on max out with the boost, because as I mentioned, I have reached with 36.3 psi of boost, I have reached the limit of these pistons. I cannot go any higher. Yes, that's why I kept it on 36 psi of boost, and our sharpest viewers has know this. They already know this, because of course I'm not using a maxed out boost. Plus 15 quality on the turbo, direct fuel injection, individual throttle bodies, or a throttle per cylinder, race intake manifold. You know all of this. Just maxed out fuel octane, maxed out air fuel ratio, 76 on the ignition timing, 6,600 is the RPM limit, and plus 15 quality. Single exhaust pipe, of course, short cast headers, maxed out 8-inch exhaust diameter or 203 millimeters. Straight pipe, no restrictions whatsoever, with plus 15 quality. Are you ready for the results? Let me show you. So the results are 2095.9 horsepower, so you can say 2096 horsepower at 6600 rpm, with of course 1953.1 pound-feet of torque at 4900 rpm. Well, the engine is very lightweight. The engine is, let's say, it's reliable, it's smooth, as you can see, and of course it's very responsive. it has a sporty noise to it, emissions are low. I don't care about any of these, I only care about these two, and of course this one, the octane value, the octane rating. So as you can see, we have reached like very close to the RPA, to the octane limit, so we are using nearly all of it. Yeah, so it's perfect. Let me show you the curve. Now what I really was impressed about with this engine is the curve, because as you saw in my previous videos, when you are making a super big engine, and when you are putting two big turbochargers on it, because of course before this engine we used to be making V engines, and V engines, a V6, a V8, and a V10, a V12, and a V16. All of these engines, you only have a single option of turbochargers, which is a twin turbocharger setup. And with really big twin turbos spinning on a V engine, you will require a lot of airflow to make them spool, and that means a very laggy engines. Yes, very super laggy engines that will make the curve, or it will make the turbos to spool much late, and that will make the engine not super inefficient, and of course super laggy. But with here, because we have only a single turbocharger, and of course a powerful engine with high numbers of pistons, because of course 6-cylinder engine with a single piston will make an absolutely true amazing engine with a very good curve. Let me show you. Yes, check out the curve, my friends. As you can see, the turbo will spool actually at 3000 RPM. Yes, the turbo will start producing boost at 3000 RPM, which is really efficient actually. I mean, consider the horsepower, the torque, and the size. 3000 RPM for a super powerful engine is an efficient engine, an efficient turbo, and I'm really impressed. I mean, you have from 3000 RPM all the way from 3000 RPM, yes, all the way to 6600 RPM. All of this curve, all of this going with boost, which is really awesome. That's really efficient, really powerful, and really good. And the engine sounds like an absolute, truly amazing beast. So before we fire up this engine, I would love to tell you the results of the Automation Inline 6 King Challenge. As always, all of the fans, all of the viewers are very busy. They have jobs, they have lives, and they are not free to to make an inline 6 engine. But it's okay. I totally understand that everyone has a job, and no one is free to actually play the game or make anything. It's okay. But we received a single. Let me see the request. Alright, right now I'm reading. Alright, so now I'm reading from the channel group. Yeah, so I received a single participant, as always, Mr. Steve Winson. He made a truly amazing engine, same size of my engine, the same size, 8143 cc engine, but his engine is making only 1958.3 horsepower, and of course 2540 newton meters of torque. And if you want to translate it to pound-feet, let's see, I think it will be like 1893, something like this, pound-feet of torque. Not bad at all, but of course not the same as this. His engine is making 1900 and something, and this is 2095 or 96 horsepower. So this engine is more powerful, and I'm looking like an absolute beast. But congratulations for Mr. Steve Winson. He always makes truly amazing engines, and he's always quickly, he always responds quickly, and he always makes those creations, and he always participates. So congratulations, Mr. Steve, like you are the Mr. Gold for this video. Yeah, congratulations. Alright, so let's start this beast here. As you can see, looking like an absolute beast. This is the outside of it. The turbo is super big, carbon fiber intake manifold, really awesome. Alright, so the engine is making 535 pound-feet of torque at idle at 900 RPM. That's very powerful. Let me shut the music. All right, listen to that. What a true beast indeed. The horsepower, the torque, the sound, and of course the exhaust is, I'm not gonna say like, it's like shooting flames, the sound of the exhaust popping and banging. It's like an absolute true beast, and the sound of course at idle and when it's revving high. I mean, it's a true amazing engine, and I think this is achievable in real life. I mean, yes, of course, I know these numbers are very, very high. It will require years and years and years to be produced as a mass production engine. But of course, where in real life you can see like a lot of tuners, like with RB engines, 2JZ engines, even 1JZ engines, pushing them like to thousands and thousands of horsepower without any kind of problems. Of course, with the magic of forced induction. And I really understand why. These engines, the inline 6 engine, is an absolutely beautiful design. It's very smooth. You can fit it in most cars, and of course using a single turbo only, I mean, you can make the most amount of horsepower of this engine, no problem, without any kind of problems. And the tuners, well, of course, if I keep talking and talking about how much the tuners are in love with the RB engines and the 2JZ engines or 1JZ, whatever, the inline 6, the words will not be enough, because I mean, everyone knows as the inline 6 is the most favorable engine by tuners. I mean, of course, a lot of you guys loves the LS engines or the Ford Coyote engines, the V8s, the V12. Some guys like the inline 4 engines, like the Honda engines. Some guys like V12s, even V16s, because yes, they are available in real life. But the inline 6 will always be like the most recognizable and the most favorable engine by tuners, because it's very, very efficient, it's very awesome, it's not big, it will fit in any possible car, and it will make tons and tons of horsepower using the touch and the magic of, yes, forced induction. If it was a supercharger or a turbocharger, but like 90% of guys always use a turbo on inline 6, and that's what makes them very, very favorable by everyone. And yes, we love them so much. So thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope that you enjoyed the video. I mean, it's been a really a great experience, of course, making this tremendous and this amazing beast here with this much amount of horsepower and torque. And as I always say, it's an absolutely beautiful. I mean, I really enjoyed making this beast. So thank you so much, guys, for watching. Please, if you enjoyed the video, remember to hit that like button, get subscribed, share the video, you know the drill, of course. And remember to get subscribed to my Patreon page so you can get my exclusive content, stuff that I don't post on anywhere else, like behind scenes videos, behind scene pictures, 4K wallpapers, as I mentioned, so you can download on your PC or on your mobile phone, so you can set them as a wallpaper. And of course, soon after the update after the beamng.drive update, when it's fully on released, I'm gonna start posting all of my cars, so you can download them on the Patreon page and drive them and enjoy them and drift them without any kind of problems. And I think, I don't know if it's true, I don't know if it's gonna work or not, but even if you don't have the V16 DLC in your game, I think if you download my V16 cars, I think you can drive them in the beamng.drive. I think so. I don't think the developers will ignore the V16 engine, and maybe they will not, you know, put it inside the beamng.drive game, but I think it's possible. So let's wait for the update to be available, and then I'm gonna start making videos about my own cars and drive them and drift with them and see if the V16 will work or not, because it's a very exclusive DLC for the early supporters. So thank you so much for watching. I truly hope that you enjoyed the video, and stay tuned because tomorrow at this same time I'll be posting the inline 4 engine, the inline 4 King video. And after it, of course, I'm gonna be posting the inline 3 King video as well at the same day. Yes, tomorrow I'm gonna be posting 2 videos, the inline 4 King and the inline 3 King, hopefully in the same video, or maybe in a different videos. I'm gonna see what I'm gonna do. So thank you so much for watching, and remember, all of my links, like my Snapchat, my Patreon page, all of them in the description below. If you want to see what I'm talking about, just press those links, get subscribed, and enjoy your time watching my videos, and of course getting my exclusive content. So thank you and goodbye, and maybe good night, good morning, good afternoon, whatever time you are watching the video, and good luck, my friends.